What's up, YouTube? It's Aerith again, your favorite evoker. And today I've decided to start kick off the first video in a new series, where I'm going to teach you how to heal as evokers some of the hardest dungeon bosses in the game. Now the first episode, we're going to hone in on the final boss of Court of Stars. And this boss is called Advisor Melindrus. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. So we just did this boss on a 16. These will be pretty challenging at first, especially when you have no gear. But everything that I'm about to tell you, like pretty much will work regardless of the key level. Um of course, as you get higher and higher and higher, things like defensives and like planning out your whole group's defensives, those things will begin to matter quite a lot more. I did make one mistake, and I'll be sure to note that. But yeah, let's get right into it. Can't see me, but I'm laughing on the screen right now. So we have a good bit of RP here at the start. So for this boss, either yourself or if you have another ranged, you'll want one person to bait away from Advisor Melindrus because he's going to do an ability called Blade Surge, where he goes to, you can see him going out here to our range player, our warlock, and he shoots at them. He leaves a copy of himself on the ground. If you get hit by this, it kills you. So you don't want to get hit by this. Um, Now this is really important because when he casts his slicing maelstrom, which is the principal ability that we are worried about, anyone who is standing close to these, they do fall off damage, so they will take additional damage from each slicing maelstrom that is close to them. This is really important. You want your team to be away from these, and so you want to either as the healer or as either the healer or as a warlock or like some range, you want someone to be baiting them in the same kind of general area. We try to keep them over here. I think we actually like get a couple of messy ones toward the end. But ideally you have them all on one side of the room so that everyone can move to the other side of the room when Slicing Maelstrom comes out. First thing I want to talk about on this fight is you definitely want to keep an eye on Slicing Maelstrom. This is actually critical. This is the like above all things, this matters so much as the healer. So you can see my frames are green. That means that someone has an echo on them. I began doing an echo ramp, seeing that Slashing Maelstrom is coming soon. Echo lasts for quite a while, so you can actually ramp for this really, really, really early, just to ensure that you are getting your essence back. And basically, I've kind of figured it out. We did a bunch of 19 tyrannicals and 20, a couple 20 tyrannicals of this place on beta, and so I kind of figured out exactly how you want to heal this as an evoker. And if you just do the same thing I'm doing here, you will be successful. So let's get back into it. So we're putting Echo on the team. Continuing to hit the boss. This one gets baited on me because Dancer, our Warlock moves in too quickly. So here's Slicing Maelstrom. So Slicing Maelstrom comes out. I have 3 Echoes out presently. Um, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let everybody's health bar drop low enough to get full value out of my Verdant Embrace. And for the first one, that's pretty good. I mean, you can see like everyone lives. So the first one, each time it's going to tick 4 times. So each time he does this ability, Slicing Maelstrom, the damage is going to escalate and escalate and escalate. So the first one is very easy. You do not want to commit anything to the first one. After the first one, it starts to get hard. Um, so basically for that first one, I just make sure that everyone dips low enough to get 100% value out of to make sure that I do not overheal with my Verdant Embrace, and I just hit everyone with the Verdant Embrace, and otherwise just kind of chill. I spend some of these free essence procs to put some reversions on people, and I just go back to doing damage to the boss. I hate when I get this guy. So here we see we have another Slicing Maelstrom coming up. I've been building up essence, so I have free procs. I know the Slicing Maelstrom is coming up, and so what my plan is going to be for this one, it's going to hurt a little bit more, so I need to commit more than just the Verdant Embrace. So what I'm going to actually do is Emerald Communion. So we go ahead, we put the Slicing Maelstrom on everyone. So again, we want to wait for people, we want to wait to get full value out of our Verdant Embrace. So we take a tick. And as soon as we take a tick, you can see I go ahead and hit Verdant Embrace. And I immediately go into Emerald Communion. Now in this one, I wasn't actually planning on using Emerald Communion immediately. But we did get the quaking, and Emerald Communion makes it so you cannot be locked out. So I went ahead and audibled it, and I decided, like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and send Emerald Communion here rather than committing tip the scales, because we want tip the scales for something later, and I'll show you what that is. Um, so yeah, we go ahead and we Emerald Communion here. Everybody's really safe on the second one with Emerald Communion. Go back to just hitting the boss, and we kind of gotta make sure you dodge those. So we're about to get another copy. So the clone actually, the warlock is in melee. So we're not doing the greatest job, but I mean they are like far enough away, so that we're pretty chill. So here's the third slicing maelstrom. So as you can see, like going into this third slicing maelstrom, we go echo echo echo. Then we pop stasis here. You can see. So I go into stasis. First stasis spell is going to be Verdant Embrace. Top the whole team. Now we're going to tip the scales inside of the stasis into a Spirit Bloom. And now we're going to Dream Breath. Let's show that one more time in full speed. Here comes, this is Slicing Maelstrom number 3. And we're going to go Echo, Echo, Echo. And there it is. And so what I love about this one is on this third one is the maximum amount of damage it's going to do. It stops ramping after 3. And at this point in time, I have a perfect stasis lined up, right? So we're so healthy. I mean, we're so safe. So for this next one that's coming up, basically what I'm going to do is just release the stasis. You can actually sit on stasis for a long time. You can see I have 30 seconds. I could actually, like, you can actually time it, I believe, to maybe this isn't true. I think you can get, like, save it for 2 after, but I think that you just want to send it like the immediate one after on number 4 is when you would release. That's just of course for out of interest sake. So here we go. We have the next Slicing Maelstrom coming up. I start to ramp here, same as always. Echo, echo, echo. I Verdant Embrace. And then I release the stasis. And as you can see, it's starting to hurt quite a lot. I mean, we're taking quite a lot of damage on each of them. Oh, this is so funny. All right, well, listen to this. So my team's like, wow, like I'm so surprised. Like we're so healthy. This is what I say. I don't think you'll be able to hear me. Instant karma. We did this twice today. They're giving me so much crap for saying, yeah, I have this fight like completely solved. So yeah, here we get the last Slicing Maelstrom. And on this one, we're gonna go Echo, Echo, Echo. Same as always. We're going to Verdant Embrace, and then immediately after Verdant Embrace, we're going to press our Tip the Scales. I'm sorry, we're gonna press our rewinds. So you can see it there. And there you go. Once after that one, for the next one, we got a little bit of loot for our efforts here. For the next one, you can basically just start to kind of recycle everything. The next one you're gonna have you can precast a Verdant Embrace, so that you can just full charge a Dream Breath to get the first 2 ticks, and then go into a Spirit Bloom. You'll have more options. Um, the mistake I talked about making was actually Zephyr. I didn't include Zephyr. And I think that Zephyr on Tyrannical Weeks will be used in the following one after the stasis is released, because the stasis being released is like really safe. So then Zephyring the next one, I'm sorry, after the rewind, because of course the rewind is very safe. So the next one I think is when we would Zephyr. I could have tried to like guess that like we wouldn't get that far. But regardless, I mean, all's well that ends well. We did kill the boss. So hopefully you found this guide informative. I'm going to be doing a boss guide for all of the hardest dungeon bosses and kind of walking you through GCD by GCD how you can heal them to give your team make your team a lot more healthy. And yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out and watching my video. As always, I hope that you will consider pressing the like button and maybe even subscribing to my YouTube. That would be super duper cool. If you'd like to see more Evoker content, my team is presently pushing for the World First 20. I don't know if we'll get there, but we are, I think, have as good a chance as anybody else. But
Mhm.
yeah, thanks a lot, and I will see y'all in the next one. Hasta la vista.